Good afternoon, this is Terry. Welcome to the Summer Food Service Program. I am going to be going into our testing site, so bear with me on certain steps because there are certain places I must go. So if you are a camp, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go in and use your ID, and you're going to go into your password. Once you're done with that, you're going to go in and you're going to select Food Distribution Program, the green one. Once you're done with that, we're going to go to Program Year 2022. This is where your sponsors are in these alphabets. I will be using Augusta Boys and Girls Club today. Once you find, you're going to go find your site. So I'm going to use Augusta Boys and Girls Club. You are going to click on this number. This is where the sponsor summary is. These are your applications, your entitlement, your survey, your allocations, inventory, orders, and invoicing. This is a two-process step. You're going to have sponsor application sheets. Then you're going to have a delivery location sheet. This is where you want those foods delivered to. First, you're going to go in, you're going to hit add for your sponsor sheet. It says sponsor sheet. People have questions about that. So you look up here to read what it is. You're going to go in and put a name. So we're going to fill this out. What's your phone number?
It's 207-624-6875.
Okay. You're going to have an alternate contact. So what I'm going to do is I don't have one, so I'm just going to go in and do the same thing over here.
Your contact information is essential because that is where, if we have a USDA problem with food, a recall, there's glass in the hamburger, those are the numbers we use. So you have to put that in there. Two numbers are absolutely the most important thing you do. And, you know, it sounds ridiculous, but they have to be accurate. If someone leaves, try to remember to change this. It's difficult, but try to make this accurate. Try to make it someone that's going to check their email when needed.
Then you're going to come down and you're going to put in the address.
What is that address? The shipping address?
This is for the sponsor. Yeah, this is the school location.
Like their mailing address?
Like their mailing address.
Okay. See, I'm learning too. Walter's in training. Took him 35 years to train me.
Then you're going to come down. You're going to click on number 45. You're going to hit submit. Okay, we're going to go back. This will give you errors.
The program is really pretty simple. When you make a mistake, it tells you. So
again, we're going to come down here. We're going to submit. After that happens, let's see, we get an error, so let's view that.
And we're showing how it's actually going to happen, and when you get errors, what's going to happen too.
Okay, so it's telling me I need a cell phone number. Yeah.
So is this where the products can be dropped off?
No. This is where your physical address is. Oops, yep, okay, here we go. All right.
No errors.
No errors. So where we are in testing, I'm going to go to another school. Wait, minimize this down. And I'm going to pick a school that's already been in.
Why are you doing that? Because that was approved already.
Correct. So I'm going to go in and show you what an approved one looks like. So I'm going to check Lewiston. So Lewiston has, let me get this off. With that.
Just drag it over. Come on, we don't go. It's annoying, I know.
Yeah, okay. So what happens is when you do your applications, when you first do your application, you're going to see everything that you entered in. Once that you enter that in, your location will show up, and you're going to add your location into this one. So Lewiston Public Schools wants their items to go to 407 Eastern Ave in Lewiston to be delivered for summer. You will come down here, you're going to do your delivery contacts and your alternate contacts too. Also, you must check off dry, refrigerated, and frozen. These are very important steps right here. Once you're done with that, what will happen is all schools have already done their forms because they were on the National School Lunch Program. So they're in approved status. Everybody has to be in approved status. If you're not in approved status, then you cannot order any food items. With this being said, you want to get these applications in as soon as possible because come Friday, they have to be in approved status. Please know that all schools are in approved status. If you want to change your delivery location, you must do so to be reapproved. There's a place down there that says that you will go in and it will be revised on your end. Afterwards, you're going to start, when I give you entitlement, you will be able to see how much money your entitlement will be. This, again, is on the National School Lunch Program and not the summer. I cannot enter summer in until all applications have been approved. When you come in to order your food for the summer program, you're going to go to step one. Step one is going to be called the Allocation tab. Number two, you have to click on Add Surplus. Millions of people keep forgetting to click on Add Surplus. So it's Allocation tab, Add Surplus. This is only in testing. These are not the foods that will be available, but this is what it's going to look like. So for instance, if we do have chicken available, you're going to put in how many cases, it is by cases, that you want. You'll go to the end, you're going to hit the next page. And I didn't put it in, once you're going to get done with that, you're going to go to step 2. Step 2 is you're going to go over to the Orders tab. After that one, you have to click on New Orders. That's very important. So once you click on New Orders, that you're going to select your location. You're going to select your period, and I will have something written out that will say summer here. You're going to click Next. Over here is where your allocation food will roll over to this area. Again, I'm in testing, so these are just some foods that we showed up for testing. What you have to do on this order tab is the available quantity. Whatever you have in this column has to match this column for summer. So if you selected 2 cases, you put 2 cases over here. If you selected 10 cases of cheese, you have to put 10 cases over here. They have to match. Once you're done, you're going to go to the next page, and then you're going to hit Submit, and you should get a confirmation saying it's been completed. Again, most schools have gone in and their applications are all in status modes as far as active, but the new summer people haven't, so they need to get their applications filled out no later than this Friday. If they do not, they will not be able to order commodities, because I need time for when they go in to do their applications that they comes over to my end and I have to approve those. Then they can go in and put in their food order. Some of the food orders that we do have for summer is very inexpensive. We usually can only get 2 items every year. It's usually strawberry cups and another fruit or a turkey breast of deli meat or something. But the strawberry cups were canceled this year. This year we have offered pears diced canned and peaches diced canned. On top of that, there will be other food listed there that comes from the National School Lunch Program. Whatever we have in the warehouse, we move that over to summer so that you can buy some items such as chicken, canned tuna, things like that. And summer usually only gives us $10,000. This year, where we operated differently, they're giving us a lot of money. We know that you won't be able to spend your PAL on that because we didn't have enough food to offer, as far as knowing this was going to be accepted. So, like I said, if we didn't have National School Lunch Program food to move over to the summer, there would only be 2 items that you actually could only buy for summer for purchasing. But where we try to clean the warehouse out, we bring it over to the summer. We know that you might not be able to use it for your summer program, but some people can. It just depends on what kind of program you are running.
Can you keep it for school next year?
You can keep it for school for next year, but you want to make sure you're rotating your dates so that that food doesn't go by. Is there any questions?
As a matter of fact, when they log in, you have the whole list of all the sponsors. Will they see that list or just theirs?
You will see that whole list.
Sure.
Yep. So once again, when you go in to do your ID and password, you're going to select Food Distribution Program. You're going to select the program year, was 2020. You will come up to find, I'm in testing, so I only have 2 programs set up. So you can go in to find airline might be another one. So again, they operate underneath the National School Lunch Program, so their application sheets are already in approved status.
We'll try to get that fixed, so when you log in, you see yours instead of that whole speed bar of choices, but no promises.
And we have another question.
Okay.
How do I know how much money I can spend?
You're not going to know until we got $276,000 for summer this year. I do not know how much you're going to be spending, but you will have plenty to spend.
When they do their order.
When they do the order. I cannot set summer up right now until all applications have been approved. Mostly, like I said again, summer has been approved. If you decide that, let's go back to Lewiston. And Lewiston decides that they do not want their summer food delivered to the Lewiston public schools, I have to add another site in for them. And then what happens is it comes over to me, I have to approve it, and then you can start playing. Once I get everything set up, you'll be able to tell. If you want to tell after it has been set up, you will go to your Entitlement tab. This is where it'll tell you where your money, how much money you start with and how much your remaining balance is. And this is in testing, so this isn't always true.
Keep in mind, summer is such a fast program. We're doing everything right on the edge. So we wait till last minute to make sure all the possible sponsors are in and approved. And then Terry runs a program that prorates out the entitlement. So she really can't tell you how much you're going to get right now, because it depends on who has apps and they're approved and number of meals they served the prior year. And like Terry said, typically it's very low. Because of COVID, we got a huge amount of money. And one of my questions to Feds and National Lunch Program and Summer Program is, are you going to send us enough food to offer to these people? Because you cut us last year $1.8 million in product. That's how much Maine audited but never received. So everything is important to get things done on the correct timeline. You know, we'd love to be flexible, but we have to stick to it. For the people to get the work done on time, it's only fair to them as well. So it's fast.
So I'm going to go through, is there any other questions? Okay, so I'm going to go through it again. ID and password, food distribution, program year. You're going to go into do your application. So you're going to, this says add, you're going to add it, and then you're going to have the location here. You're going to add this one. Those will be in pending status. They come over to me, I go in, I view them, and I put them in. They change to active status. Once everything is up and open, you're going to go to your Allocation tab. Oops, got to go to Lewiston. Sorry, folks. You're going to go to your Allocation tab. You're going to add that surplus. You're going to put in how many cases you want for each of your items. Then you're going to go back over to the Orders tab. You're going to select New Orders, your location, your delivery period. Next. And then you're going to put in whatever's sitting in the available quantity column has to match your order quantity column. And then you're going to hit submit. And it will give you, I didn't put nothing in, but it will give you a submit as say that it's been processed. So what I'm going to try to do is work on some of the new, get a hold of some of the people that are new for the camps and everything, because if they're not on this call, they're not going to know And I would hate for them to miss out on having any types of them not being able to get the food this summer. Because if they're not in approved status, they're not getting that then.
And there's a lot of money this year, so they want to make sure that we can maximize it for everybody.
If you want, I can do like Thursday or Friday, and just do an open to call. If there's a time that you guys would like me to go over this with you or walk you through it, I have no problems with that. I would just need a time, probably maybe around 1 o'clock, if that works best for everybody.
So we want to do a time, because what happens when someone calls Terry, then that one person's on the phone for Terry for half hour minimum. And then another one calls, Terry's on the phone for another half hour. So it's not really productive for everybody because people can't get in, they get frustrated. So what Terry can do is set up a time where she's on for like, I don't know, I'm going to say an hour. I've been speaking with Terry. She doesn't, it's like an hour. She comes on at 1 o'clock and she's available from 1 to 2 to answer group questions or one question, where it might be. But it just makes it more efficient for everybody if that's possible or agreeable.
We have a few more questions.
Okay.
Is there just one delivery date for summer?
Yes. As far as opening up summer, the intentions are to open it up May 1st to May 15th. If there becomes an issue, then that will be open up on May 2nd through the 15th. On a Monday?
May 2nd's Monday.
Yeah, Monday, yeah.
So, and that's the reason when Terry showed you those 2 boxes that have to agree on the order. That's why they have to agree, because in the summer program, our contract is only for 1 delivery for the summer. Where in the school lunch program, deliveries are 10 months. So that's why they can work down their products. But that's why they have to agree. If you want it, you have to make sure you go to the first tab, which was, I forgot, extras or surplus. And then you have to make sure, and we had a lot of schools, and Terry will correct me if I'm wrong, that did surplus, but then they forgot to go to the audit tab and order it.
Right.
So it just sits there in la la land. You have to make sure you go to surplus and take it off the shelf, and you have to order it and put it on the truck.
So if anybody's on for schools, you'll know what I mean. And we would go to orders first, select your new orders, and then you would go in and do your, once again, underneath schools. You would go in and do it, you would submit it. But then if you wanted surplus, you went out to the allocation second. And then you would add another item on here. It would roll back over to your orders tab. If you did not go back to your orders tab to put that in to be delivered the following month, it sat there and rolled over to the following month. So this is different in summer. Summer's backwards. Summer's going to be your allocation tab first. You're gonna go into your add surplus, select your items, then you're gonna go back out to your orders tab, and then you're gonna match your columns up. So it's a little bit different this time around for summer.
And this is live dynamic system, so when you do it, it automatically comes off inventory. It's not like every 2 hours it updates it up. This is live.
So if we only had, for instance, we had diced chicken and we only had 20 cases, whoever goes in first and starts grabbing gets it first. And once the 20's gone, that diced chicken will be removed from the list and you will not see it. For instance, if there's only 1 case of ground beef, which is from the National School Lunch Program, someone goes in and grabs that one, they're the only one that's going to get it. Then the ground beef gets removed.
Can I spend more than the dollars I have available?
You can go up to, I think,
5%.
5%, but I don't think that you're going to have to worry. I don't think you're going to be able to spend it all.
5%, $100.
5%, okay.
Can we still order if we have not submitted our application yet?
No. That was cut off last Friday. You had to have them in. They had to be approved. And if you didn't get them in by Friday, you are not going to get no commodities for summer this year. Is there any other questions that you need? Are there any summer camps on this meeting right now? Or is it just sponsors?
This is recorded as well, and Terry will show you where that recording is when it's up. So you can go and look at some viewing pleasure, like, you know, just before bed, if you want something to watch some music, you can go ahead and do this. Or if you want to watch it as you're ordering, you can do that as well. Or if you just want to hear Terry talk, you can do that as well.
One more question.
Okay.
If we can't spend all our money and someone couldn't get USDA, can we get some for them?
If you can't spend all your money and you want to buy extra and give it to one of your neighbors because they can't get it, absolutely.
Right.
Keep in mind, it's going to be delivered to the orderer, so you just have to work out whatever you can, swap it back and forth. Summer programs can work with schools. You can work with other summer programs. You can't take product and give it to a food bank or a backpack program or a pantry. All that stuff, you're going to need permission from USDA, and that's like pulling teeth to get that. So let's not go down that road if we don't have to.
Can we complete these forms before May 1st? I am a summer camp.
Yes, you have to have your application sheets filled out no later than Friday. So that means you have to go in and do your sponsor application and your delivery location. What camp is on?
And David Hartley will also be backing up Terry, and he'll be available next week to help a little bit as well too. So Terry's your primary. She's your woman to go to. Don't get her mad.
This is summer camp for girls.
Summer camp for girls, okay.
Are you a repeat camp?
Yeah, are they a repeat camp or are they new? Are you a repeat or are you new? So it's the summer camp. Okay, so you should be able to,
We should be in.
yeah, they should be in. If not, you can give me a call. My number is 624-6882. I will be taking calls tomorrow and Friday.
And the reason we use testing, because I know it's confusing a little bit, we use testing. We can't use a production system for many reasons because the systems are date coded. So with certain things we can't show you because the dates hasn't gone by, so we can do that. There's certain programs that we have information that we can use to show you. So that makes it a little bit different for you sometimes, but the actual screens, the National Lunch Program folks that have done it before, I've heard a lot of positive and great comments about it. So I always say, if you can buy from LL Bean, you got it made. All right. So we don't have any more questions. So that's pretty quick and easy. If you take your time, read your screens. The other thing, this is kind of a little commercial. Read your emails. If you're not on the listserv, you want to get on the listserv, Terry sends out little notices and updates and things on that, as well as the National Lunch Program. You're welcome to attend that. The listserv is anyone that's in the state of Maine food service. No advertising, no legislation. It's just to help each other out, share things. It's a good way to share food back and forth. If you ordered too many prunes and you want to give somebody else a prunes, good luck. Someone may want them for some other reason, we won't go down that road. But anyway, I think, Terry, do you have anything else?
No, if you are a school and you want to have your food delivered to another location, you're going to have to let me know. Then you fill it out and then I'll approve it and then we're all good again.
There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.
Make it a good day.
Make it a good day. There we go.